So there you go. That's the reigning Shropshire Small Business of the Year, the Shropshire Distillery at Ellesmere. And as luck would have it, they were mentioning that they use local products, and one of the ones they use is right here on the table here, Wenlock Spring. Now, Stephen Tuck is here with us from Wenlock Spring to talk about a specific campaign you've got going on for Christmas. But before we get to that, just tell us a bit about you and your job and your role with the company.
Well, I've been at Wenlock now for, I think, just over 20 years. I came in initially to look after the water cooler side of the business. We've got we are the biggest bottler of 19-litre water cooler bottles in the country, the biggest independent. But we've also got a cooler base locally around the country as well. We service lots of sites. And I came into the business for that, but over the years it's morphed into other things as well, one of them being this side of the business, which is we call it small pack, but it's in effect glass and plastic bottles that we produce. Because
people are becoming increasingly specific about the containers that they want their drinks in these days, aren't they? So.
We do try wherever we can to use recycled product wherever possible. I mean, a lot of the plant is self-sustaining. We use miscanthus to use to power the plant in various ways, so that's quite a good thing. So yeah.
Give us an idea of the scale of the business then, Wenlock Spring. I mean, how many people do you employ?
It's 30 plus for sure. I mean, it was set up, I think there is a little bit of debate about exactly how many years, but 30 years is about right. As I said, I've been with them now for 20 years, but 30 years the business has been running now. Initially they started out in a very small shed, just bottling literally by hand, but as time's progressed we've moved on into lots of things, and in the last 18 months or so we've started to introduce cans, water in cans. And that's really to meet market forces really. That was, as you said, that people are very selective about what they want, and how they want to present the product to their customers. So that's why we moved into that. That's been really successful. We've found that particularly in the summertime when kind of outdoor events, the cans were really important for that. But also we've started a co-pack. We do co-packing for other people. We've always co-packed for other people, but never flavoured drinks.
Okay.
It's we were strictly water, but we've slightly gone now into flavoured drink. Not yet our own Wenlock brand. That's coming soon. Hopefully.
Excellent. Is that an exclusive you're giving us here? This is good.
It's not a secret, but we're still working on developing it. And actually, it's such a minefield to know, where to slot into the marketplace, really.
And which flavours to use.
Exactly. Well, there are some ideas floating around about maybe something a little bit different too. But then again, will that sell? So it's kind of we're still looking at it.
Work in progress on that one.
But we are co-packing flavoured drinks for other people. One or two household names as well. So
excellent. So all going really well with the business. Now we are accustomed at this time of year, as we approach Christmas, to an anti-drink drive campaign on our screens.
That's right. Then it's not a new thing.
No, but this is new for you guys to actually. So this is a partnership with West Mercia Police, isn't it? The only one for the road. We've got a picture here. In fact, there it is on the back of one of the trucks.
Yes, these are actually our local delivery trucks that deliver the water bottles, the 19-litre bottles, as well as others to restaurants, etc.
So how's this come about then, the partnership with West Mercia Police?
It was really an initiative that we wanted to sort of do some promotion, as everybody does this time of year, and we did think it was a good way of highlighting what is, something that's, I think, is a bit misunderstood really. People don't really know the limits. So, that's really the idea behind it, was just to promote non-drinking in one way at Christmas time. It's not, in other words, it's not worth the risk. That was the incentive behind it, really.
And how does the campaign manifest itself then? We see the ads on the back of vehicles there, we've got coasters, we've got all sorts of things. What else have you done as part of the campaign?
Well, we're working closely with West Mercia Police to gain the publicity and get people to know not just regionally, but we're also dealing with our specific wholesalers throughout the country as well. So all the wholesalers receive a number of these packs that include tent cards, posters and beer mats, and then they're distributed to participate in outlets, pubs, restaurants, etc. Primarily the focus is obviously West Mercia, but we are extending it, nationally, in fact. And we're getting some really good kind of national press feedback as well. As I said, I don't think it's anything new, a drink driving campaign, but it's something that people haven't really spent much time with, particularly with water as the alternative. So,
what's the feedback been like so far from venues?
Brilliant, yeah. A lot of places are really keen to encourage this, even though they sell alcohol, which is, to me, is always a bit of a strange one. You wonder why, but I think it's, social responsibility is the big thing for everybody. So they're buying into that really well. It's been great. We've gained so much publicity from it. It's brilliant.
And I know we run an article on Shropshire Live, I think it was last week, Philip Dunn, also the local MP for South Shropshire's backing it as well, isn't he?
Yes, he's always good at kind of aligning himself with local issues, and particularly local initiatives where people are pushing for something like this. He's been a good advocate of what we've done. So yeah.
And I think the thing is, you say you're surprised that maybe that some people take up this on board because it's going into pubs, but actually pubs these days increasingly are not about alcohol, are they? The broad range of products that pubs and bars want to stock now.
Yeah.
Whether it's non-alcoholic beers to, it used to be the default, didn't it? 10, 15 years ago, you'd go to the pub and you'd just have an alcoholic drink. Yeah.
Well, I think now that there's so much choice non-alcoholic, both, not just in the kind of what you'd call soft drinks, but also there's some brilliant non-alcoholic beers and spirits these days as well. So there is plenty of choice, and I think that's really what we were trying to highlight, that yes, it is about water, but it's also about highlighting the fact that you don't have to drink alcohol, and particularly with the driving as well. I mean, that's an absolute no, isn't it? As we all know, but people frequently get that kind of, they're never sure how much they should or can, and it depends.
It depends on what you've eaten as well, everything like that.
Depends on the person, your metabolism, etc., etc.
So, well, I like your message that you put on one of your bits of artwork here to dear designated driver. There's no way of knowing how much you can drink to ensure you're safe to drive, and it's right, isn't it?
I mean, the Scandinavian countries, as you probably know, have a zero tolerance. I'm not sure tolerance is a word, but zero drink. And therefore, everybody knows where they are.
No, they stand. Yeah.
Where we don't quite have that yet, and hopefully it will come, because I think then everybody knows. But I think what we're trying to highlight is that if you're unsure, then go for a soft drink, in particular Wenlock Spring.
Absolutely.
You've mentioned already then that there's flavoured drinks potentially coming in more next year. What else have you got?
Well, yes.
What else have you got coming up over the next year, 2 years? I don't know how far in the future
How did you
look
work then in advance on what plans you've got?
In terms of
the business, how far do you look forward when you're working on a
12 months to 18 months at least. We've got some sort of plans going on at the moment for development of the actual plant itself. That's a major investment and also a major logistical issues as well, getting the right equipment. But that's to sort of up our production in response to demand, really, from our industry contacts. Really, we have a certain reputation, and we are a fiercely independent bottler and distributor. So it's a way of just ensuring our place, really. So,
and putting Shropshire on the map. You and the Olympic Games are doing wonders for Mush Wenlock, aren't you?
That's kind, brilliant. So, we're doing our best. Yeah.
I mean, do you find that that's an important part of the business? The fact that it's the traceability. To the
definitely.
Spring,
provenance, but particularly with the higher end kind of restaurants and hotels, who we supply a lot of the kind of Michelin starred and fine hotels throughout the country, not just here but nationally and some overseas as well. We find that knowing where the product's from is critical for them. And so that's why we kind of invite people, you know, colleagues, industry colleagues, to the site to see what it is. We're very isolated, which, you know, and the water's underneath us. You know, it's a good thing to have. So yeah.
And no shortage of supplies either. That's the important thing.
Not when
isn't
it
So-
rains. No.
Exactly. No. So
It's called. We don't call it rain. We call it stock in the ground.
I like it.
I can see what you mean. Liquid gold from your point of view, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Well, Stephen, good luck with the campaign.
Yeah.
Hope
Brilliant.
everything
Thank
goes
you.
well,
Brilliant
and
campaign.
great to see a local company collaborating with the.
That's great. Well,
law
thank you
enforcement
for your interest first and foremost. And
Absolute
yeah,
pleasure.
we're trying to do what we can, obviously. So yeah.